Have a seat.
Thank you for letting me interview you. I know you must be busy.
Well, it sounds like an interesting paper you're working on, and I consider myself a feminist, so...
Yeah, that's really interesting that you consider yourself a feminist. I mean, that's kind of what my thesis is about, is whether you can reconcile feminism and porn, if that's possible. Your interview will really add a lot to my argument, I'm sure.
Well, I hope so, because I have a lot of strong feelings about the topic. Can I get you anything to drink? Soda? Water?
No, I'm fine. Is it okay if I turn the recorder on?
Sure.
So, tell me, you consider yourself a feminist, yet you perform in adult films where you're depicted as an object of the male misogynistic fantasy. How do you justify that?
Well, first of all, I don't consider the movies I perform in to be misogynistic.
I've seen some of your movies. In several of them, you're seen being choked and slapped, and in various states of emotional distress. How is that not catering to the male misogynistic fantasy?
Because it's part of my fantasy too. And to me, feminism is about freedom and choice as a woman. It's about being able to explore my sexuality, however I see it fit, without society judging me and telling me I'm not being a good girl.
But don't you wonder sometimes if you're just really in denial about the fact that you just want to cater to the worst parts of men? And that your choice to perform in these movies, it doesn't really reflect your freedom, but your psychological prison. A prison built for you by men.
You know, I'm really tired of these so-called feminists deciding that any type of sex that doesn't involve candlelight dinners and sunsets is misogynistic. I know what turns me on and I know why it turns me on. You're not a feminist if you're trying to take my choice away. If you're trying to take my sexual freedom away. You're no better than the men who call us sluts because we own our own sexual power.
We're not talking about sunsets and rainbows. We're talking about allowing some guy to beat the crap out of you and choke you on camera. And that you've allowed yourself to be brainwashed by a male-dominated society into thinking that you like it.
Have you ever heard of evolutionary psychology?
Of course.
Well, you might want to read up on it before you attack me. There are reasons why primal behaviors turn on both men and women, and why power playing can be beneficial and a legitimate release, and can even bring the sexes closer together. But you're too uptight to even consider that. You just want to vilify men.
I believe that you hate sex and that you don't get anything out of these performances.